You hear that? You hear that. Okay. Okay. The Stanny Parable. Oh my god, I'd play that game. What is wrong with this? Okay, no. Alright, we're good. Let's go. I never dreamed I would get involved in politics. Oh, look, there's a little heart in the corner! Oh my god, that's so cute! Okay, anyways. I mean, I'm just a plain Jane, a nobody. I've never even voted before. But somehow I found myself swarmed by presidential candidates, and they all want me to be their campaign manager. Which one should I choose? They're all such good options, I can't pick one. Oh, but I should back up first and explain how I got into this situation. It all started last week when I heard someone calling my name at the park. What's my name again? Please input the perfect name for our heroine. Abigail. Nay. Alright. I really can. Nay. Can we her meow? Just see. Okay. I don't know about that. Could did meow just see. That's her meow just see. I kind of like that one. So I guess we'll go with that. What? You got it? Okay. Before I hit A, what is it? What name are we doing? Natalie Portman? Sure. She could be played by some random actress. Natalie Portman. Hootis? No. Alright. Guys! Oh my god. Alright, I'm sticking with this one. I don't care. Clawford? Ah, that's so good. No worries. No worries. We're going with this one. In theory. There we go. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, it's my best friend, Lizzie. What is it, Lizzie? Tickets to the debate? What is wrong with you? A debate about what? Ah. Is President Daisy Doodle coming to town? That's so cool. I like her. What's she gonna debate? That one makes me laugh. I do like Cindy Crawford though. I guarantee he'll enjoy it. Are you hitting on me? I don't... Look at that winking! He's winking! He is winking! He's gonna guarantee I'll enjoy it and he's winking. This is scary. Ooh, save campaign. Yes. Here we go. Save. Okay, sure. You wanna be alone with me? Oh boy. Getting into some bestiality shit or something, I don't know. But not really, it's like a kid game. Well, not a kid game, but it's didn't have any weird ratings, I don't think. Oh, okay, that's where we're going. Oh gosh, now they're fighting over me. It's because I'm a bunny. It's not like it's gonna take 45 minutes to get back there. Oh, removed from the premises? I don't even get to watch the debate? Rude. That one in the middle doesn't like me. Yeah, I'll find my own way. Just don't call security. Don't call security. Aww. Such a nice kitty, even though he winks at me and says he wants to be alone with me. I'm really... I don't know how I feel about that. You focus on debate stuff. Yeah. See ya. Run away. I got out of the room as quickly as I could. I couldn't believe it. I accidentally interrupted 3 of the presidential candidates. What kind of goofball does a thing like that? I decided to get back to my seat as quickly as possible, but I ended up running into more cats. Oh my god, more cats. Ah, look at them! Uh-oh. I'm lost. I'm trying to get back home. I'm totally Dorothy. Yes. Aw, yeah, it's like a maze or something. Cats are great. What is... So you're not mad at me for being in the off-limits area? Oh yeah, these things do happen. The third one on the right. Okay, dokes. Elvis Tiberius Cale III. Elvis Tiberius Cale III. That's the one on the left. He looks like an Elvis Tiberius Cale III. Aww, poor kitty. Dr. Nom Noms. Oh my god. There's at least 5 things I can go. If it weren't for the calicos. Aww. They're so cute. Yeah, maybe the debate will boost your popularity. Yes! I'm lucky to be here tonight. Uh-huh. Do best for all the alley cats out there. Aww, so cute. If I could vote for both of you, I would. Aww. Yes, I will enjoy the debate tonight. I followed their directions and made it back to my seat all right. Finally made it. Milk. Oh my god. You'll never believe me, even if I told you. You don't want to know where I've been. It was an adventure. The show is about to start. After that, the moderator came on stage and explained the debate rules to the audience. The rules were pretty simple. Clap whenever there's a response you like, but no interrupting the debaters and no cat calls. Alright. The debate itself was pretty interesting. Thunderpaw was an intense debater. He yelled at all the other candidates and constantly insulted them. If his goal was to look stronger than his opponents, then he succeeded. What if I wanted to be mutilated? I didn't even think about that. Funny. But I didn't want to size you, I want to move you. Frisky didn't try to appeal to all voters. Instead, he focused his attention on just one group. Women. Oh, maybe that's why he was sweet talking to me. He wouldn't stop talking about how much he loved women. I don't think it was very professional, but my friend Lizzie liked it. DJ Nimbles was as energetic as ever, which ended up hurting his debate style. He rushed into his answers with such enthusiasm that he tripped over his words, and twice he lost his place during speeches. Still, it's nice to see such a refreshing honesty in a political debate. Dr. Nom Noms did not do very well. He flubbed most of his answers, and he went on a long tangent about a bird bath he visited last year. It's almost like he was trying to fail. Kale did okay, I guess. He was a solid speaker, but he was definitely overshadowed by all the other personalities in the room. I can see why he's last in the polls. As for the final debater, Rover, there was something different about him. I don't know what it was. He just seemed, I don't know, really different from the other cats. Hey, Swart. You got Ben and Jerry's for me? Talk. Dude. This guy. At the end of the debate, the moderator called for silence. We've heard all the candidates' responses, but now we want to hear a question from a real person, an average citizen, not a politician. That's why we've picked a randomly selected audience member to give the final question of the debate, and that person is Cataly Portman. Ooh, congrats, Swart. What, me? Come on up, tell everyone your question. I did not think of a question, guys, help. Okay, I don't know a lot about politics, but I do know that politicians are supposed to help people, so I guess I want to know how all of you will help me. I mean, I lost my job at the grocery store last week, and I'm still having trouble finding a new one. If I don't get a job soon, I might lose my apartment. I know my personal problems don't matter much in the political world, but what will you do as president to help people like me? Especially the question of societal inequality between cats and humans. Salad-headed moron. You salad-headed moron? Okay. The real social inequalities between cats and dogs. Suspicious, Rover. That's not gonna help me out. You can work for me, Cataly Portman. Huh? I like how this is happening, like, in a debate. Seems logical. I want to hire you too. Oh, yeah, he wants to hire me. I know that. You want to work on the DJ? Okay, so I was supposed to ask a question at the debate, and now they're all just like, you should work for me. Awesome, great. I'm sure there's room for you on the Kale Committee. Work for Thunderpaw! Do you have a dog? No. Hey, Viral. Then I offer my services as well. Come work for me. He knows how to treat the ladies. Oh my. We're running out of time for the debate. If you could please choose a candidate now. Alright guys, tell me which one to work with. That's the dilemma I found myself in. 6 great cats, all running for president, and they all want me to work for them. How can I pick just one? I like all of them. In the end, I decided to go with... Alright guys.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
As I'm getting Nibbles, Spatula, who's not an option. Frisky, I think got taken away. And myself. Okay, so I guess it's between Nibbles and Rover? Anyone else want to weigh in on this?
Meow.
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 You can't say second. Alright. I guess I'll flip a coin then. So we'll have Dr. Who are we going? Would you say Nibbles? Nibbles will be heads and Rover will be tails. And we're gonna do it out of 3. So we got tails. Okay, well, 2 out of 3. What did I say? Heads was Nibbles and tails was Rover? Is that what I said? How? I don't remember anymore. Who did I say was tails and who did I say was heads? I don't remember. I wasn't listening to myself. It's so bad. I think I said heads was Dr. Nibbles and tails was Rover. Okay, so I guess we're going with Rover because I got tails twice. Oh boy. Chapter 1, in which we try to figure out what Rover's deal is. I'm gonna go with Rover.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. That's great. I'd love to have you in the campaign. Him? He's an idiot. Look at those tiny paws. What does he have that I don't have? I'll see, like, Nibbles is like, hey, I'm looking at you. I know it's between us. This concludes the Shop Claw debate. Thanks for watching, everyone. The candidates took some publicity shots or photos, then left the stage. As the audience left, I turned to Lizzie. Can you believe it? I have a job with Rover. He's so mysterious. He's a great cat. Okay. I'm happy, but there's something about him. Something different. He's not the same as the other cats. I can't imagine why. Maybe it's his ears? They're adorable little cat ears. It might be his ears. Oh, he's married. Oh my. He's married? To what? Are all the other cats single? Shoot! I got the one that is married. He's more mature. Something like that. Aw, you have a crush on Rover? That's weird. His little fur is adorable. Another woman has won his affections. Okay. Alright. I guess. Something like that. Maybe. You're just being silly. I wonder what his wife is like. To get a catch like that? I don't know. Oh yeah. That is a possibility. I guess I should go backstage and meet Rover. See you later. And thanks for bringing me to this event. Bye-bye. I went to the backstage area where I had met the other candidates before the debate. Rover was in the hallway, gnawing on a squeaky red toy. I gotta wonder why half this stuff, like some of this is written in red. Seems to be important. Nom nom nom. Is that a bone? Rover quickly put the toy away before it could get a better look. No self-respecting cat would play with a bone. Okay. It looked a lot like a bone, though. You have every right to be here. You're as much of a cat as they are. Maybe. Really? I am a cat, no doubt about it. Definitely not another type of animal pretending to be a cat. Just saying. Okay guys, should we agree or disagree? I'm gonna let you guys, like, pick along. So do we agree or disagree? Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for the perfect song, perfect song? Cause once in a while, there's no going back. Yeah, but if we agree, it's just gonna be like do-do-do-do. If we disagree, he might get mad at us. Or maybe it'll be like the jig is up or something. Agree or disagree? Anyone? No? Do I have to pick? Yeah, okay. The only other type of talking animal is a dog. Barks. Yes, dogs. The main topic of my campaign is dogs. Right, I like dogs. Dogs are bad. They don't get along with cats at all. Why is he growling and barking? Tend to fight like cats and dogs. We need to secure our border with Dogonia and fix the broken immigration system. What's wrong with it? The current immigration laws only apply to hounds, herders, and toy dogs. None of the other 4 breed groups have any laws governing them whatsoever. It's a huge loophole, and some dogs are taking unfair advantage of it. People of Dogonia are great. I love our neighbors to the north, but it's a doggone shame that most of their pets are allowed to run free in our country without any consequences. Neighbors to the north? I thought that was Catnadia. Remember guys, Chops is in Catnadia. Alright, everybody remember that? Everyone tell Chops he lives in Catnadia. Thanks. That was a long time ago. After Quebec declared its independence, the country went to the dogs. Literally. The dogs in Newfoundland and Labrador attacked and annexed Quebec and naming it Quebec. Oh my god, someone's gotta tell Snowy about this. Oh my god, we gotta get his cat out. I need to take his cat. Bark! Cat bark. It's great. This happened a long time ago. 15 years ago. They've disbanded their army since then, and now the Royal Mounted Dogonian Police keeps the peace. Still, there are a lot of tensions between our two countries, even to this day. The cats and dogs keep arguing over which group is the best. I didn't know Dogonia was a problem. It shouldn't be. I don't think we should favor one species over the other. I say both types of pets should be treated equally, because America is all about equality, yo. Write a petition, hold a march, prank call the Prime Minister of Dogonia until they agree to make new laws. I like that option. I'm more worried about spies. What? Like fleas or something? Just rumors. But there are over a... You know how there are over 100 cats running for president? I have it on good authority that some of the cats are secretly dogs in disguise. Really? No way! Yes! Why would one of the cats at the debate tonight could be very well have been a Dogonian spy? That's not the only reason I'm worried about Dogonia. Oh, really? There's more to be worried about? Yeah, I mentioned the broken immigration system. The truth is, I have first paw experience with it because my wife is Dogonian. Your wife's a dog? No, she's 100% cat like me. Meow. I try to keep her out of the public eye because I'm scared of the press bothering her. That's why you don't see her around very often. It's not because she was made up to support my campaign. Uh-huh. Thanks to unjust discrimination, my wife's paperwork has held up for 6 years, preventing us from getting married. Every day we live in fear of her getting deported. It was horrible. I don't know, because he's a dog? He didn't think this through? And do you know how many dogs entered our country in the meantime? 30 million. None of them had any restrictions at all, but the Dogonian government came down on honest, hard-working cats like my wife. When I'm president, that's the first thing I'm gonna change. That's terrible. No wonder why you're so passionate about it. Of abusing a sob story in order to garner more votes, but it's true! You believe me, right? Do we believe him? I don't know. I mean, I guess we could just agree since we kind of agreed that he's a cat. To disagree would be kind of weird. I think that's the most logical thing. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if you're just like, nah. Nah, you're a cat, but your wife's totally a dog or fake. I wonder if he could get voted. Sure. You seem like an honest cat. You're certainly not lying like a dog. Please don't make that joke again. Are dog puns too rough for you? Or am I barking up the wrong tree? It's good. Okay. Thank goodness. That's the general overview of what this campaign is about. Focusing on Dogonia issues. Spat, you know you love them. It's fantastic. Stick to the things you know best. That's what my parents always told me. My parents also used to tell me not to talk about things I don't understand. Kind of unfair, right? I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand. Why can't I talk about them? It's not like mom and dad have a monopoly on talking. Do they? Oh my gosh, what if they increased the price of talking to $30 per minute? That'd be so unfair. It'd make them super rich. But it'd still be unfair. I'm wondering, because when I was growing up, Dad told me I could only get to say 10,000 words per month maximum. If I talked too much, I'd run over my limit and I wouldn't be able to say anything else until the next month. I always got worried when my word counter was over 9,000. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not an idiot and I don't babble about stupid things, so I should be able to talk whenever I want to. Little did I know that 10 miles away, a very interesting conversation was taking place. About me! Chapter 2, in which we try to get a little personal with our candidate. Oh, this is exciting. What does she have to do with Rover? This music is fantastic. Oh my god, this guy. His new campaign manager. He hired her to replace the campaign manager that you took care of. You mean he didn't drop out of the race like we expected? Curses! He was supposed to lose the campaign by now. This is horrible news. A corgi? Probably. His campaign must fail as soon as possible. Research this Cataly Portman girl. Find out everything you can about her and exploit her weaknesses. Use her to ruin Rover's campaign. What if that doesn't work? No matter, I still got an ace up my sleeve. After all, I know Rover's big secret. Rover has a big secret? Well, obviously he's a dog, not a cat. What? Are you serious? I thought he was a purebred. Are you legitimately surprised about this? How do you not know he's a dog? It's obvious to anyone with eyes. His ears, they look like cat ears. You're an idiot. And so is Rover if he thinks hiring a new campaign manager will stop me. Enjoy it while you can, Rover. Soon I'll destroy you. And then I will be President of the United States of America. Meanwhile, back at the debate hall. Like, who even tries to wear pencils as jewelry? It's ridiculous. Seriously, you can't blame me for laughing at that.
Meow.
And meowa. That would be great. What were you saying? I just went over every single one of your duties as my new campaign manager. When I talked about the big... Then I talked about the big speech in Meowa 2 days from now. Right, speeches. That's a political thing. But why are we going to Meowa? That's where the first primary election is. Okay. Yeah, that's a political thing, huh? Mini election for president? Something like that. She's so great. I'll make sure to research that tonight. I'll even call my old AP Government and Politics teacher, Mr. Drew. You took an advanced placement course in politics? That's great! Oh, he's Tony the Tiger. It's great. AP stands for Abysmal Pupils. It was actually the remedial class. Oh, gosh. It's okay. I still like you. Spat, you have an odd sense of humor, but that's okay. I still like you. Sorry, I'm actually just thinking about this. I probably am thinking more than I should for this game. We'll ignore the compliment. I want to go home and watch TV. Yay, send me a message. I prefer getting massages over messages, but whatever. Thanks again for accepting the job. I hope you work out better than my last manager. What happened? She was murdered. Huh, what? Her death was an accident. A tragic paperclip accident. But I refuse to believe it. She was always so careful around paperclips. I can't believe she'd slip up like that. Aw, deadly paperclips, man. How do you accidentally die from paperclips? Painfully. Very painfully. Oh. Okay. Now I'm afraid to use paper clips for the rest of the campaign. I've banned all paper clips from the office ever since. We can't risk another accident like that, which is why I want you safe. Be careful, Cataly Portman, and don't use paper clips without a buddy there to help you. No, office supplies are great. I won't. Rover and I said goodbye, and I went home to my apartment. Good old apartment. I'm gonna miss you when I'm out on the road. Hopefully they won't charge me a lot of money for moving out early. I got on my computer and sent a message to my old high school teacher, Mr. Drew, asking if he'd be willing to meet up with me. He responded by saying, sure, I have nothing better to do than meet with harebrained students who failed my class 6 years ago. I think he was being sarcastic, but just in case I scheduled a meeting with him. If anyone knows how to manage a political campaign, he does. I also searched for Rover's wife. There are no pictures of her online anywhere. In fact, her name wasn't listed on any websites. It was almost like she didn't exist. Huh. This one gossip site is putting out a reward, 20,000 to anyone who can get an interview with Rover's wife. Maybe I should ask Rover if he's willing to do that. It'd be $20,000 for the campaign. The next day I went to meow with Rover. So this is Meowa. I like its spacious skies and amber waves of grain. Where are the purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain? They're probably outside the airport lobby. Can you believe a dog like me forced to travel like a cat? It's undignified. It's... Wait, a dog like me? Meow! I'm a cat, not a dog. Okay. Minor slip of the tongue there. I'm just saying cat carriers are horrible. I'd much rather travel in some other fashion. Maybe you could. Ride in my arms. Or ride in the car seat. Ride in the car seat. Maybe you could ride in the car seat. Like a toddler. I don't meet the minimum weight requirements. Plus the seatbelts are suffocating. Has anyone told you that you get grumpy when you travel? Huh, during 4th of July fireworks, I run around the backyard barking my head off. Mewing my head off. My wife doesn't like it. There's $20,000 reward for anyone that can get an interview with her. Should we take it? I do an interview with the wife and we submit it. Not only would that give you some good publicity, but it'd get a lot of money for the campaign. That's okay, my wife is really camera shy. You don't have to take pictures. Do it the old-fashioned way, over telegraph. You know how to work a telegraph, right? Nope. Still a good opportunity. And I say it's not. No one can interview my wife. I'm deadly serious about this, Cataly Portman. If they knew the truth about my wife, this campaign would be finished. What's the truth about your wife? Is she keeping a secret? I can't tell you. Not now. Maybe someday soon. When I know for sure that you're trustworthy. Okay, but I promise I'm trustworthy now. Tell me everything. No? I'm trustworthy and curious. What's going on with Rover's wife? Why is he keeping her out of the public's eye? I never knew a political campaign could be so intriguing. Or so weird. Because there was this one guy who approached us at the airport and he's about as weird as it gets. Make America Thunderpaw! Hey, you're that girl from the debate last night. Why didn't you choose to be Thunderpaw's campaign manager? Thunderpaw is the greatest. Thunderpaw. 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 Sorry, I thought Rover was a better option. I would give anything to work for Thunderpaw. I even sold my house so I could have enough money to follow him on the campaign trail because he's that good. He's gonna be the best president ever, oh my. Rover is also an excellent candidate. No, he's not. He's a stupid dog lover. Oh, he's talking about dogs and how they need to be treated with respect. He shouldn't be treating them any respect. If a big ol' hunting dog was trying to eat him, would he? I guess it doesn't matter. Let's save it here. It doesn't matter. Why, those wild dogs are a danger to everyone. We need to lock them up before they give everyone rabies. Pretty sure most dogs don't have rabies. Some of them do. That is why Rover is a loser. He's soft on dogs. We need a candidate like Thunderpaw, who's mean to dogs and everyone else. We send all dogs to the pounds, or better yet, high kill shelters. Wow. That's horrible. Dog racist, yep. I'm racist against everyone who's not me, except Thunderpaw, because he's the best. He'll defeat you dog lovers in the primary. Just watch. Oh my god, this game is so great. This game came out a couple of days ago, actually, right? I don't remember. Chapter 3, in which we proved that we're willing to die for our candidate. Back in my home state, bad things were happening. The local hamburger restaurant ended their 2-for-1 Friday promotion. So sad. Also, the villains were plotting against me, although I didn't learn about that until later. So you're Lizzie. According to my research, you're Cataly Portman's best friend. H. Henchman, and I wanted to ask you a few questions about Cataly Portman for a magazine. First off, does she have any weaknesses? Anything I can exploit? What's wrong with her? Good best friend. I'll give you $20. Wow! 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 Wow. A month ago, okay. I don't know where I am, don't be real. Her eyebrow plucker is really a nose hair remover. What's my big free t-shirts? I go crazy for free t-shirts. No more questions. Wow, what a friend. What a loser. You're not my friend anymore, bitch. Bish. Or I can use this money to buy pizza? Rude. Back in Mioa, I was busy looking up solid political strategies. Well, mostly I was looking up how to spell the word political. It sounds like it should have a K in it, but it doesn't. This is so frustrating.
Meow.
Yo. I'm always working too hard. Or, yeah. You got my email, right? Sure I did, but just for safety's sake, why don't you just go over everything now? That was a 20-page email? Maybe you should just explain what's going on today. Big speech at the convention center at 5 p.m. Do you know what you're gonna talk about? I'm gonna give my stump speech. Your what? You're gonna talk about stumps? Or are you trying to stump the audience? Ooh, is this a trivial speech? Trivia speech. I'd love trying the soft trivia. No, it's what you call the generic speech that politicians give at events. When you give over 50 speeches a month, it's easiest just to use the same basic speech over and over again. I'm learning so much about politics. I just wish I knew how to spell politics. What was that? I said... I think you're going to win this election. So, if there are stump speeches, are there also bark speeches? Oh, yeah, let's ask that one. Bark, bark. No. Sad. You know what else is sad? Campaigning in this state. Miowa is my weakest state. Most of the voters treat me like an outsider. I know! There's the one mean Thunderpaw supporter who keeps showing up, Ben. How did he get in here? Instead of a stump speech, you should call it a dump speech because your campaign is nothing but a load of garbage. This is harassment. He's grumpy because he caught a cold. You're sick? Sick of your campaign. No one with a Doggonian wife should be allowed to run for president. No wonder you're such a dog lover. There's nothing wrong with dogs or Doggonia. Cats rule, dogs drool. Haha. Potter Thund. Potter Thund. I mean, what's written on my sign again? Alright, Thunderpaw, Thunderpaw. Oh, that was so good. Thankfully, the obnoxious guy left the room cheering about his favorite candidate. I don't like that guy. Me neither. Dogs have the cutest little tails. You like dog tails? Absolutely. I like your tail too, but dog tails are the best. Whenever I'm rubbing a little dog's tummy and their tail just starts flapping around like crazy, it's so cute. It's like I've died and gone to heaven. I love that too. Natalie Portman, would you, could you, maybe? Meow, I'm a cat, not a dog. I don't need tummy rubs. I love being a cat. Except for having to bathe myself with my tongue. That's totally gross. Yuck, I agree. Okay, so our schedule is that you have a speech today at 5, and that's it? Yep. I sometimes get a little sick when I travel. Probably because I like to stick my head out of the window of the car. So I decided that my first day here should be light. How long are we staying in Miowa? Until the end of the week. Friday's when they have the primary. After that, we're heading off to New Clawshire for the next primary. Unless we do so badly here that we need to instantly cancel the campaign and withdraw from the race. I'm sure you won't do that badly, even if Miowa is your worst state. The good news is that New Clawshire is my best state. That's because I'm from there. I was uncontested in the race to be the New Clawshire's candidate for president. Uncontested? You mean they gave out free cheese samples? Yum. No, I mean nobody else ran against me. There were rumors that someone named F was planning to run, but they never filled in the paperwork. I wonder why not. Oh, that reminds me, we got a letter today from someone named F. Really, let's open it. It was a small envelope with, "To Rover, good luck in the primary," from F written on it. I opened it up and poured out the contents. Paper clips! Oh no, I think F is trying to threaten you. They must be mad because you won in New Clawshire and now they want revenge by destroying your campaign. Hey Mickle, what's up? I got a trash can and put it by the side of the desk. Then I pushed the paper clips into the trash can. Okay, so Mickle, I went to this speech where the candidates for the presidential election were going, because cats can be president, not even human. No, it's not. It's a dog pretending to be a cat. And so we had to pick a candidate to be the campaign manager for, and Spat picked Rover, so we're gonna be Rover. And so now we're his campaign manager. Alright. Don't take this the wrong way, but what were you thinking? Touching paper clips all by yourself? Those things are dangerous. You could have seriously injured yourself. Yeah, I like Natalie Portman. I don't have a choice. I had to get rid of them. They were making you upset. That doesn't mean you should risk your life. I don't want to lose you like I lost my last campaign manager. His last campaign manager, by the way, Mickle, died by paper clips somehow. I don't plan on dying from a paperclip. I plan on dying while riding a motorcycle over an active volcano. It'll be such a cool death scene. People will cheer at my funeral. What? I guess I'm trying to say thank you. Thanks for being so concerned about my safety, Rover. But really, paperclips are no big deal. You're just braver than me, I guess. Still, promise you'll be more careful from now on. It sounds like F, whoever they are, could be dangerous. I promise, but it sounds a little far-fetched to me. An evil villain trying to ruin your campaign? Huh? Chapter 4, in which we meet our supporters, then kind of wish we hadn't. Rover's big speech was at a convention center. I had to fight the crowds just to get inside. It was filled with people, all of them eager to hear Rover speak. Look at these dudes. Wow, I've never been in a place this crowded before. It's so exciting. Stupid dogs. Huh? What's this conversation about? I know, right? I hate them. They're noisy. They don't know how to behave in public. They're the worst. And they keep making veterinarian prices go up. You know, I had to go to the vet last month to get a shot. Uh-huh. Well, I had to wait 3 days because there were a bunch of dogs in line ahead of me, and none of them were paying. They're all on Dargonian healthcare plans. By the way, Mickle, Dargonia is Canada. It used to be Catnadia, but then Quebec annexed from it, and then the dog, like the Labradors and Newfoundland whatevers, they took over Canada, and now it's Quebec. Quebec, and now it's Quebec, and it's so funny. Doggonia. Oh yeah. They're like illegal immigrants or something. Quebec. A bunch of freeloading jerks. In my neighborhood, they're spending $3 million to build a new dog park. A dog park. Like they need a special place all to themselves. I don't remember them offering to build a cat park, that's for sure. Dogs claim that they treat all pets equally, but that's a lie. I don't care about cats. They only care about themselves. Did you hear? They're trying to amend the Constitution to permanently ban all leash laws. Imagine dogs being allowed to roam free. It'd be pure madness. I know, I hate dogs. I hate dogs. The cat and the person walked away after that, still talking about how much they hate dogs. I was starting to get worried. I mean, those people sounded almost as dog racist as Thunderpaw supporter. What if those dog haters have come here to ruin our campaign? Excuse me, did you say dogs? Yes, dogs are a cornerstone of the Rover campaign. We need to fix the immigration system with Doggonia. I totally agree. We need to hire 50,000 new dog catchers to round up all the dogs and ship them back to Doggonia. No, we need to stop feeding the stray dogs who roam the streets at night. Feeding them just encourages them to stick around longer and overrun our country. Our country has already been overrun by packs of stray dogs. I say we close the borders right now. We should build a wall and force the Chihuahuas to pay for it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like Thunderpaw. Oh my god. This is like my election. This was built because of my election. This game was made because of my election. My life is... I can't get away from my country. Okay. Yeah, down with dogs, up with cats. Meow is in the time for the revolution. Actually, if you watch the previous Fancy Furball debate, they discussed this topic. About 70% of dog immigrants end up graduating from obedience school. Who cares what the Fancy Furball said? They're the opposite political party, so they must be lying. Yeah, you can't trust them anymore. You can trust dogs. Did I tell you about the time my cousin Artie was chased by a dog for 3 city blocks? Oh no, poor Artie. One of the dog's owners stopped them. Because they don't have owners. They were talking dogs, but they pretended to be feral dogs so they could get away with chasing cats. It's madness. I shake my head as I walk away. No doubt about it. Some of Rover's supporters are racist against dogs. I mean, I know dogs and cats don't always get along, but they sounded like they want all dogs to be killed. Or at least sent back to Doggonia. This is awful. Why would people like that be attracted to Rover's campaign? Is Rover racist against dogs too? No. That's right, Rover isn't racist. He said so himself. Rover! None of the other It's a huge loophole and some dogs are taking unfair advantage of it. Yeah, he did say that. But if some of his supporters are, that's bad. We need to do something about this before the media paints Rover as a racist candidate. I should find Rover and warn him. Excuse me, I need to get to the backstage area. Pardon me, coming through. Hello, Natalie Portman. Do I know you? I spoke with your friend Lizzie earlier today. She told me all about you. That's nice, but I have to get going. That's not nice. That's creepy. You're creepy. Get away from me. I'm not creepy. I'm a perfectly normal person. Someone not worth remembering if the police happen to ask any questions. Right, so could you please get out of the way? I have something important to do. What's the hurry? I was hoping we could chat for a while, discuss the campaign. The speech begins in 15 minutes. I need to talk to him before then. Get out of my way. It's a shame you don't have enough time to talk, but no matter. We'll talk again soon enough. Before that happens, would you like a present? A present? A free t-shirt from me to you. Score! I love free t-shirts. I grabbed the shirt from the person's hands, then immediately put it on. It was a little too big, but I think it looked nice on me. Heh, heh, heh. You should go on stage at the event and introduce Rover while wearing that t-shirt. It'd be a huge success. Huh, maybe I will. Thank you, free t-shirt man. Why didn't she read the t-shirt? You just take t-shirts and you put them on? With that, the stranger disappeared, leaving me free to go to the backstage area. At first I thought it was empty, But then I heard strange sounds coming out of the bathroom. Look, look, look. What the?
Meow.
Ah, delicious. I always get so thirsty before those big speeches. Rover, are you drinking out of the toilet? No. Why would I drink out of the toilet? Cats don't do that. Meow, I'm a cat. You say that a lot, I've noticed. Well, that's because it's true. And I was just checking to make sure this toilet is up to code. Definitely not drinking out of it. Up to code? What? How can you check if something's up to code without a fancy decoder ring? Was I supposed to buy you one earlier? I'm so sorry. I got distracted by... What is it? Your t-shirt. What are you wearing? This? It's a free t-shirt I got now. Isn't it cool? I love getting free stuff. The shirt says vote for Frisky because Rover is an idiot. What? I looked down at my shirt. Sure enough, the t-shirt encouraged people to vote Frisky over Rover. Oh, man. Good thing you noticed before I walked on stage with this thing. Where did you get that shirt? Some random stranger gave it to me. Why? Who was it? What were they like? Do we really have to do this in the bathroom? Right, sorry. Now, the stranger. At first they seemed kind of creepy, but then they gave me a free t-shirt, so I figured I could trust them. Great. First the paper clips, now this. What if there really is someone who's trying to destroy my campaign? This F-cat, whoever it is. That's awful. We should be extra careful from now on. No more taking presents from strangers for me. Good, we'll review security measures after the event as well. Is there anything else you wanted to say to me? Yes, actually, I came to talk to you about racism. Racism? I was listening to some of your supporters in the crowd and they were racist. They hate all dogs and dogonia. You have to do something to stop them. Like what? Call them out on it. Tell them they're not allowed to be here and kick all dog haters out of the building. I can't use my big speech to kick voters out of the building. That'd be bad for the campaign. I recoiled in horror. What was Rover saying? Does he care more about getting votes than doing what's right? Chapter 5, in which we learn Rover's dark secret that definitely nobody knew. I don't believe this. You're gonna let a bunch of racists get away with saying horrible things just because they're gonna vote for you?
Meow.
Meow. No, I didn't say that at all. I'm just trying to say violence isn't the answer. Forcibly ejecting themselves from the building is only going to make matters worse. You bet your bottom dollar that we're going to get a ton of bad publicity for mistreating voters. So you're going to let them stay? I'm going to make them leave of their own accord. When I start talking about how we need to help dogs as much as cats, they'll get mad and leave on their own. You just watch. Are you sure that will work? Taking the moral high ground always works. I promise I will not say anything false or hurtful tonight. I don't hate dogs because I'm secretly... Oops, I didn't mean to say that. Hey, Roach. Secretly? You're secretly what? You've mentioned your secret before. Does this have to do with your wife? I can't say Cataly Portman. I can't. Okay, guys. You have to tell me or I respect your privacy. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Alright, drink it on. Oh, this is great. This is like the president election. Thunderpaw? Hey, Jolly! You have to tell me. I pinky swear. I promise I won't. I pinky swear I won't tell the press. No, I can't. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wish I could explain the entire truth to you now. In that case, I can't let racism ruin this campaign. I'm gonna go do damage control. What? You know how we've got 3 people who are giving short warm-up speeches at the start of the event before you appear? We got a police officer, a veteran, and a school secretary scheduled to talk about you and your campaign. Yes, it's pretty standard to have introductory speeches at these events. Ha! I like my bot. My bot is amazing. Okay. Well, now, we're going to have 4 people talking. I'm going to give my own little speech about working for you and ending racism. That sounds fine by me, but are you sure you're ready to give a speech in front of a large audience? Have you prepared anything? No and no. Uh-oh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never given a speech before. Ever. One time in school, I had to give a speech about birds. I froze up in front of the class and stood in place, mumbling for 5 hours. Eventually, my parents had to come by and take me home. It was super embarrassing. But it can't happen this time. Now, I have to be brave and talk about dogs. This is for great justice, Cataly Portman. You can do it. I'll think of something in the next 10 minutes. I hope. First, though, you should probably change out of the vote for Frisky shirt. Alright, I should get a professional looking outfit. Or maybe a cheerleader outfit. Because it's like, I'm a cheerleader for you. No, on second thought, that's a bad idea. One time I tried to dress up like as a cheerleader for Halloween. I accidentally dressed up like a slice of bacon. You what? It's a long, complicated story, and I don't want to talk about it. I've got a speech to write, and I know just how to do it. Good luck. Thanks. I walked away and pulled out my phone. Quickly, I called my best friend. Lizzie, can you write a speech for me in like 2 minutes? It's kind of an emergency. You fucking bitch that sold me out. 20 minutes later, I was on stage, sweating buckets. The other speech givers were all prepared and confident. Their speeches sounded great, and none of them had any notes or anything. All my notes were written on the back of a receipt. It was the only piece of paper I had on me. I tried remembering what Lizzie told me, but my mind was a total blank. My hands started shaking as I reviewed the notes and... Oh no! My notes! This is awful. I need to get some tape before... Why, I'm voting for a Rover. And now, here's our final speaker. There's no time! It's now or never! Hi everyone, I'm Cataly Portman. I'm Rover's new campaign manager. You can tell I work for him because I'm wearing a Vote for Rover He Won't Roll Over shirt. Kerr says my plan has been foiled. Wow, I can't read anymore. It's too much reading for me. Who said that? Huh? Was it? No, never mind. I wanted to talk about justice and dogs because I heard some disturbing things earlier today and I wanted to set the record straight. Rover's campaign is about equality, and that means treating dogs and cats the same. Both are equally good pets, and we shouldn't discriminate between one or the other. I mean, do they not both have tails? Do they not both wear flea collars? Do they both have fur that gets everywhere? But dogs chase cats. Sure, some dogs chase cats, but some cats scratch dogs. It's unfair to put all the blame on one side or the other. I say that the constant battles between dogs and cats should come to an end. Only by working together can we make a better country for our pets. And, that's why I support Rover. I want to help both types of talking animals. And humans too, obviously. And, that's it. Thank you. Yay! I practically ran off stage after that. It was super awkward, but I think it went well. Kind of. The audience applauded, at least. I made a beeline for the backstage area where Rover was waiting for me. Whoa, not so fast, Cataly Portman. You can't leave yet. You forgot to introduce me. What? You want me to go back to the microphone to talk to the crowd again? No way! Did you see how many people there were? Don't worry, you did fantastic out there. You can do it. Fine. Okay, if you say so. I ran back on stage. I also forgot to say that Rover is here and he's going to be talking now. Bye! I ran off stage as Rover came on. He winked at me as he walked past. The audience burst into cheers and applause. I wanted to start by confirming everything Cataly Portman said just now. Of course we want a world where cats and dogs can get along in peace. That's one of the cornerstones of my campaign. No more fighting or fiducian equality. Just because we favor cats and Dogonia favors dogs, we should not let that cause tensions between the two countries. We want to treat all dogs with love and respect, just like how we expect them to treat all cats with love and respect. This guy's a filthy dog lover. I'm out of here. Yeah, I didn't come to hear a bunch of hippie nonsense. By the way, Dogonia. I know I've said this before, I'm going to say this again. Used to be Catnadia until Quebec annexed itself, it seceded, and it got Rover taken by dogs, and now it's Quebec, which is now Dogonia. Can you believe it? Rover was right. He got those mean cats to leave by being nice. I guess it just goes to show that love is more powerful than hate. Nana? Katana? Whatever. There should be an I. Rover spent the first 15 minutes of his speech talking about cat-dog issues. I was really impressed at how Rover knew so much about dogs. I thought it was because his wife was from Dogonia, but I soon found out the truth. You see, when I went backstage to talk to Rover after the event... Rover, are you here? Canada? Is this a fire hydrant? Oh my god, look at this dog. Shamino! Shamino, hi! Hi, Shamino! Dude, look at this fire hydrant. It's pink. A special doggy fire hydrant just for me! And the hardest part about pretending to be a cat is having to give these up. Rover, did you just say you're pretending to be a cat? No, I'm... Oh my gosh, you're not a cat at all. You're secretly a dog. Chapter 6, in which our Canada has a lot of explaining to do. Rover hurriedly stuffed a pair of cat ears on his head. I couldn't believe it. Those cat ears were fake the whole time. They looked so real.
Meow.
Natalie Portman, you're not supposed to be here. Why? You don't want me learning that you're a dog? Meow. I'm a... Don't lie. You just said you were pretending to be a cat. I heard you. Uh-oh. Looks like the cat is out of the bag. Spat like that. More like the dog is out of the fire hydrant. I don't believe this. You just gave a big speech on cat-dog relations, and you're a dog? This is unbelievable. This is why your campaign focuses primarily on dogs? Are you a spy for the Dogonian government? Are you plotting to take over our country and force all the cats in pet shelters? No, this was an accident. I didn't plan for it to be this way. You hate me now, I can tell. Oh my god, so... Spat votes to call the police. What else? Who votes to do what? What are we doing? Come on, Jolly. She got a free t-shirt and didn't even look at what it said. Just put it on. Alright, I have one for I don't hate you, and I have one for hate you. Do we have a tiebreaker? Anyone? Anyone want to be a tiebreaker for this? Do we hate or do we not hate? I bet he's just gonna shake it off. Don't hate? Don't hate. Why didn't you tell me the truth from the beginning? You wouldn't have believed me even if I did tell you. Well, that's probably true, but you could have at least tried to be honest. I was honest. I was honest about everything. My feelings, my policies. I just twisted the truth a bit when it came to my identity. Which is the most important part. I bet if I hadn't walked in on you just now, you would have kept this a secret forever, like you said earlier tonight. Something like that. That's not what I said at all. You're misremembering. Well, this is your big moment. Tell me the truth now. For starters, I'm not exactly from around here. I was actually born in Toronto. Toronto! Wait, that's in Dogonia. Yes, I'm Dogonian by birth. You're from Dogonia? I thought your wife was the one from Dogonia. The truth is, I don't have a wife. Diana, my old campaign manager, made up a fake wife for me, thinking it would help the campaign. By the time I learned about it, it was too late. Everyone thought I was married. So that's why your wife never gives interviews. I can't think of a way to let people know I don't have a wife without making it seem like I've been lying to the country for months. Well, haven't you been lying? You just said you were Dogonian. By birth only. Look, I was born in Dargonia, but my parents moved the entire family to America when I was a puppy. I was so young I wasn't even house trained yet. Ew. I'm not exaggerating when I say the American Dargonian immigration system is broken, because I got to experience it first paw. In fact, I get to experience it every single day. What do you mean? Cats and dogs have different immigration systems and citizenship papers. Whoever filled out the paperwork for my family must have grabbed the wrong set of papers for me because I'm a cat. Legally speaking, the United States of America believes I'm a cat. But you're a dog. Why don't you go and have the papers fixed immediately? We didn't find out about it until I applied for my first job, and by then the laws had changed. What do you mean? I mean that I'll be deported as an illegal immigrant if I come clean. What? No. The laws are very clear. Illegal immigrants like me will have to be deported. That's why I'm working so hard to become president and change the immigration system from the inside. That's why the focus of this campaign is getting justice for dogs. But isn't this illegal to run for president while pretending to be a cat? For all intents and purposes, I am a cat. The paperwork that makes me a U.S. citizen says that I'm a cat. I even have cat social security. But not dog social security. Dogs don't get social security. They're considered to be too much of a financial risk, which is one of the things I'll change while in office. But hold on a second. I remember something about this from history class. What did my teacher say? The official requirements become the President of the United States of America. 3 requirements. 35 years of age, live in the U.S. for 14 years, and a natural-born citizen. Woohoo! I saw you look up the answer on your phone just now. No phones in class. Give me that phone. I'll return it to you next week. Wow, he's hardcore. Now those were the laws of the Constitution. Now that cats are the main politicians, we follow the Claw-stitution. No reason to keep the 35-year age requirement when most cats don't live that long. Cats born in other countries are also eligible to become president. Oh, I guess you being from Dargonia doesn't prevent you from becoming president, like I first thought. Nope, neither does being a dog technically. The laws say you must be a talking non-human species. That's all. It doesn't specify that you must be a cat. Wow, this is so mind-boggling. I knew there was something different about you, but I had no idea that the truth is that you're a god. A dog, I mean. You're gonna keep this a secret, right? You won't reveal it to the press? Oh, guys, are we gonna keep the secret or not? Vote. Vote now. Who wants to spoiler-rooney it? Reveal. Keep. And the tiebreaker is... Cat cool is not a tiebreaker. Bot tried. Bot tried. Didn't work. Anyone else? No? No one wants to? Okay. Oh! He says reveal. I guess we're gonna do it. If you do that, I'll fire you immediately. Oh man, I don't want to lose my job. Okay, I'll keep quiet. You just save here. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Cataly Portman. I'm glad I can trust you. I'm still kind of shocked by this whole thing. You're legally a cat, and you're from Dargonia. And there's no way you can change that without fear of deportation? Well, there's more than one way to become a naturalized system, you know. There's always jus matrimony. I've never heard of that type of juice. Is it like apple juice? No. What I'm saying is, if I married an American, I would be considered a full American citizen no matter what. I could go back to immigration services and have them fix my original paperwork without fear of being deported. That's great! Yeah, except the government is really on guard against fake marriages for citizenship purposes. I mean, if I proposed to a woman, she wouldn't believe me. She'd think it's all a trick, an excuse for changing my legal status. That's not true. Is it? I don't know. It's a complicated situation. Yes, someday I'd like to have a wife, but I want to marry for love, not for legal convenience. I want to marry a woman who's kind and nice and someone who's a hard worker, like you, Cataly Portman. Oh my. Me? The way you put yourself out there tonight and talked in front of a huge crowd without any real preparation, that was really admirable. You're a brave person who stands up for what she believes in. That's the kind of woman I'd like to be with. Yeah, I know, but he likes me. I'm too sexy for him. I can't find a girlfriend right now. First off, everyone thinks I'm married. Second, I'm too busy with work. I'm running a presidential campaign right now, not a speed dating competition. There's no time for me to find a wife. Good thing you're not running a speed dating competition. I think Frisky would win that, hands down. Word on the street is that he's got 5 girlfriends. Snowy, you are 90 minutes late. Snowy, where were you for 90 minutes? You missed the entire thing. Okay, so Snowy, this is about cats running for president. And you go to the debate where all the speakers are, and all the cats want you to be their campaign manager. And well, we picked Rover over here, who's the best cat, clearly. Look at that fire hydrant, that's pink. And essentially we found out Rover's a dog pretending to be a cat because, okay, Snowy, you're gonna love this part. This is the part you're gonna love. So our other country is Dogonia, which used to be Canada or Canada. How? Canada. And what happened is Quebec actually like annexed itself from the country and got overrun by dogs, so now it's Quebec. And then it became Dogonia. So that's where the dogs live in America, where the cats live, and cats can be president. Well, talking cats can be presidents. Humans can't be presidents anymore because it's too corrupt. And so Rover is a Dogonian that has a cat's social security in the U.S. for some reason. Oh yeah, he was born in Toronto. No, Chops lives in Toronto. Snowy lives in Quebec. Which is fine because he's a wolf, which is like a dog. But yeah, no. So he wants to be the president as a cat so that he can change the immigration laws between Dogonia and the America, and he wants dogs and cats to be treated equally. And there was a friggin' person. There's this one cat named Thunderpaw who's like an asshole and wears a wig, and his supporters like are racist against dogs, and they want to build a wall between Dogonia and the US and make the Chihuahuas pay for it. Does that sound familiar? It's fucking fantastic. It's horrible because it's my life, but yeah, no. So we picked Rover. That's his secret. That's all what's going on. He's got a fake wife. He wants to marry me because I'm cool, and we got to get him to win the competition or become president. Kind of. I don't know. Anyways. Frisky. I got it. What is it? We know an F-cat is trying to sabotage our campaign, and someone gave you a vote for Frisky t-shirt. What if the F stands for Frisky and he is the culprit? By the way, Rover's last campaign manager, Snowy, was murdered by paper clips, so paper clips are bad. That's another thing. There you go. Now you're educated. He is in Meowa right now. We'll have to make sure, and there's only one way to do it. Cataly Portman, you need to secretly infiltrate the Frisky campaign. Me? He loves women. Just wear a wig or something and get hired as part of his campaign crew. I'm sure it will work. Oh dear. This sounds like a plan that's sure to backfire, but I'll do it. I'll infiltrate Frisky's campaign and see if he's secretly planning to destroy you with free t-shirts and paper clips. Thanks. That'll be a weight off my shoulders. For worst case scenario, what if everyone learns you're secretly a dog? We'll wait and see how it affects my poll numbers. Either I'll drop out immediately or I'll keep going. I mean, it doesn't matter if I am a dog or not. What matters is what the paperwork says. You keep talking about this paperwork. Do you have it somewhere? Yeah, I keep my citizenship papers close by me at all times. It's hidden inside my squeaky bone. That way no one will be able to get their paws on it. Oh no, this is good news for me. Uh-oh. You want a tissue? What for? For your cough. You're coughing really badly. That's not a cough. That's the sound of me barking. Oh, I thought it was a cough since cats don't bark in. Never mind. Why are you barking? There was someone in here listening to us. I smelled him. Are you sure you're just not barking at nothing? I'm positive. What if there's a spy? They know I'm a dog now. The only person who knows is me, and I'm not a spy, I don't think. Maybe I'm a secret double agent, and I'm so good at fooling people that I fooled myself. Still, can I go back to my hotel room now? I need to rest and think things over. I'm glad I got to know the truth now. Woohoo! Chapter 7, in which we meet someone from our past and look towards the future. I spent a lot of time thinking about what Rover had revealed. He wasn't a cat, he was a dog. That's almost the exact opposite of being a cat. And his citizenship was possibly up for dismissal unless he found an American wife. Where would he find an American wife? Okay, so I think he's cute. Actually, I think he's a lot cuter now that I know he's a dog and not a cat. So I'm a dog person. Sue me. That doesn't mean I'm willing to marry him in order to secure his political stability. I'm not sure I could ever marry someone who kept a huge secret from me for so long. But I'm glad he finally told me the truth, and I understand his reasons. And when his little tail droops down, I just want to pick him up and cuddle him. And no, I'm not marrying some guy I just met last week. I don't even know why I'm considering this. Maybe I should introduce him to Lizzie. She doesn't have a boyfriend. I could probably convince her to marry Rover. Like, hey Lizzie, here's a dog that needs full citizenship. Could you marry him and give him dog treats? Because you fucking sold me out to the henchman who gave me a free t-shirt and I could have almost fucked up the campaign. Yeah, you owe me one, girl. No, wait, that sounds stupid. Really stupid. Oh god, Mr. Drew's here. Rover's big secret. I mean, the fact that he's a dog? What? How do you know? Oh my. Oh boy. Uh-huh. It should be obvious to everyone that he's a dog. It wasn't obvious to me. Well, I teach at high school. I'm used to dealing with students who are trying to get away with something, usually cheating on tests. It's happened so often now that I'm really good at telling when someone's trying to keep a secret. I just found out the truth yesterday and I'm still trying to process it. He's still a talking pet, just a different species. Yeah, but he lied to me for a really long time. Have you ever lied to him? Have we ever lied to Rover? Well, there was that email. Should we tell the truth or lie to our teacher? Our old teacher, who doesn't really care about us? Lie about lying? Yeah. A dog like Rover. A dog couldn't have. That is a good one. Have you ever lied to Rover like you've lied to me? I said I know a lot about campaigns and politics and stuff. We both know that's not true. You failed my government and politics class with the lowest test scores I've seen in a decade. We're just gonna save over here again. Yeah, Rover and I are both phonies. Maybe I should marry him. He deserves a liar like me. Marry him? There's a problem with the citizenship papers. They'd be fixed if you got married to an American woman like me. I always thought you would marry for love, not make things more convenient for someone else. Besides, the law says so. Dogs can only marry dogs. What? Don't tell me you forgot that. If that was the result of the Chance versus Softy Supreme Court case where a dog sued a cat for being unable to give birth to his children, waste of good taxpayer money that was. Oh boy. Oh, so I don't have to worry about marrying Rover. Phew, that's a relief. Although I'm kind of a little disappointed now because I was hoping to get married and prove to my parents that I'm a real adult. You know, they still make me sit at the kids' table. No, but it doesn't surprise me. Hopefully you can convince them that you are grown up and mature by being successful as a campaign manager. And to that end, I have prepared a 50-minute lecture on the topic. I trust you still remember how to take notes? No. I'll just give you my lecture notes when I'm done then. To begin, campaigns are difficult. I stopped paying attention after that. Mr. Drew can be so boring. No wonder he's a teacher. He just loves to talk on and on about the stupid topics. Hey, pay attention to what I'm saying. Your job is on the line here. Right, paying attention now. I tried to pay attention for the rest of the lecture. He actually made some good points, and I'm sure to incorporate those ideas into my campaign strategy. Only I don't have a campaign strategy, and I forgot most of his points. Oh well. After the meeting with Mr. Drew, I had my second big meeting of the day. Oh baby. It's Lola. Hello, welcome to Frisky Campaign Headquarters. My name is Lola. Who are you? Hello, I'm a gorgeous stranger who's going door to door looking for work. I'm good with politics and I would like to apply for a job here. Your wig is falling off. It is not a wig, it's a really bad haircut. Whatever, you got good timing. You should up during the 20 minutes that Frisky is at the office today. I'll bring you to see him. Yes! Hello, Frisky. Who is this young woman? Look at him winking at me. My name is Martha Washington. I'm looking for a job. Well, Martha, we're always hiring at Frisky headquarters. I think that... Is something wrong? Say, you look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? Do you ever model in cat food commercials? Yes, I'm a cat food model. You've probably seen my pictures in an advertisement somewhere. People are always asking me, hey, are the girl who opened up that can of cat food on TV last night? And I'm all like, yes, that was me. Oh, that must be it. Well, we'd love to have a model of your caliber on our campaign. The other candidates will be so jealous when they hear I get to see your pretty face in my offices every day, haha. And then he winks at me. But where will I put you? We've got most of our jobs already filled. Maybe you could put me in the sabotage division. Sabotage? You know, the secret division in charge of Rover t-shirts and paper clips. The ones designed to end his campaign by hook or crook. She's not very smart, is she? What? We don't have a division like that. And I don't appreciate the accusation that I'm sabotaging my competitors. So you're not responsible for killing Rover's campaign manager? No! That's good because... I'm Rover's campaign manager! Oh my god, this is so great. Huh? But you just accused me of trying to kill Rover's campaign manager. He'll never kill me because I have love on my side. What is she on? I love your energy and enthusiasm, but your craziness is something I don't need to deal with right now. Not since that one intern who stole all our phones and used them to build a sculpture of me. So consider this job interview over. Aw, I didn't get the job. Lame. Goodbye, Martha Washington. Don't come back here again. I took my wig and left the building. That was a productive meeting. I learned that Frisky isn't trying to sabotage the Rover campaign, but if he isn't, who is? The culprit's name begins with F, so maybe Frankenstein? Frankenstein's kitten? Fashion magazine editors? Berganacious? I went back to Rover.
Meow.
Meow. You look sad. Is something wrong? Yeah. I went to Frisky's headquarters, and turns out he's not the one who's sabotaging your campaign. Oh, that explains the wig. But you just got back here, so you don't know. I don't know what. We got another message from a saboteur. Read it. We're just gonna save here. Like, what? Dear Rover, I've stolen your squeaky bone, and now I have your citizenship papers. Unless you want me to reveal the truth to the entire country, you will win the Meow election. Anything less than a first-place victory is entirely unacceptable. And it's signed F. Who is F? And they want you to win the election? Are they trying to help you or blackmail you? Probably both. They want me to become president so they can blackmail me and secretly run the country. This is bad. What are you gonna do? Chapter 8, in which a mysterious figure threatens to hijack the campaign.
Meow.
I have to win Meowa. I mean, I'd want to win Meowa. Even if I wasn't being blackmailed, so no big deal, right? Right, I got some great new campaign ideas, so let's hope they win over voters before the primary election on Friday. Good. What's your first idea? I got the list here. Tap into nostalgia voters by posing with washed-up celebrities from a TV show that was canceled 15 years ago. Come up with the new catchphrase like "Bark to the future." Announce your wife is secretly famous dog singer Woofy Jackson. Do you have any suggestions that deal with politics and not pop culture? I don't think so. I was told to focus on things that normal people care about, and normal voters don't care about politics. I see. Well, you're the campaign manager. I'm just the politician. Let me know what to do and I'll do it. Really? I thought a dog like you would be fond of barking orders. No, I want us to be equals in this campaign. I feel like I've been unfair to you this whole time, bossing you around and lying to you. Well, I think you've been doing a perfectly wonderful job, and I want us to be equal too. You and me together, no lies or falsehoods from now on, okay? Okay. Rover worked his tail off the next week, giving speeches, visiting voters, and guest starring on local TV shows. But the biggest boost to his campaign came the next day. Oh, baby. Thunderpaw is reporting that $20 million has disappeared from his super PAC overnight. He claims that he first noticed when one of his books had a loss of $1,234,567.89. This is bad news, as Thunderpaw's budget only left room for $25 million in video ads leading up to the Meowie primary. With most of his budget gone, he's been forced to drastically scale back on his campaign, leaving a potential opening for other candidates. Talking to the press, Thunderpaw swore revenge on whoever was sabotaging his campaign. He accused Frisky of being the culprit and is planning to go all out against Frisky in the days to come. When asked for a comment, Frisky blamed Martha Washington. Then he went to ladies' night at a local billiards club. We now take you to Bob Katsta's with the sports. That's strange. Stolen election funds? That's bad news for Thunderpaw. And good news for us. Anyway, that reminds me, I have to go through the political donations we received this week. I hope nothing is missing or... What the heck? This is a check for... Oh, maybe... Did I miss a number or did they write a number wrong? I'm not sure. $21,234,567.89. Isn't that the same amount that was stolen from Thunderpaw? And there's a note attached. Here's some extra money, so you can buy all the video ad space that Thunderpaw just lost. Consider it an early birthday present. I'm sure these ads will help your campaign. Just don't tell anyone where the money came from, or I'll tell everyone where Rover came from. F. I can't believe it. F robbed Thunderpaw, and now F wants us to spend the money on ads. It's like they want even more ammunition to blackmail us with. This is bad. This is very bad. I can't comply with this, or... Yes, if you're getting cold feet, Cataly Portman, I can deal with you just as easily as I dealt with Rover's last manager. Would you rather be alive or dead? Your choice. Either way, your life belongs to me now. I'm not really good at reading things. I don't know why you people are letting me read it. No. Now I'm being threatened directly. I had no choice. I brought the political ad spaces. Rover's ads were on almost every TV channel, and it didn't take long for people to notice. Alright guys! I don't know if Snowy's still here, but this is Thunderpaw. Like how freaking great he is. He wants to build a wall between America and Doggonia and have the Chihuahuas pay for it. Just saying. Isn't he great? He's fabulous, right? Okay. Anyways. He's furious with us. I can't imagine why. It's not like we took his TV ad space, I think. You're that dumpy new campaign manager Rover hired. What's the big idea of buying all the ad space that I was preparing? What gives you the right to barge in on our territory? It's not my fault you left the advertising space open and... Hello, Rover. What's going on here? Ah, Rover, you idiot. I'm here to get revenge on you for trying to steal my campaign. I'm not trying to steal your campaign. I'm gonna crush you into little pieces and spit you out. Who told you this is where we set up campaign headquarters? I did. Yeah, Thunderpaw's the greatest and he's gonna destroy you, losers. I challenge you to a duel, Rover. I'm gonna scratch your eyes so badly you're gonna need 3 blind mice to guide you everywhere. You. He's got an attack dog! Run! Thunderpaw and his supporter ran out the window and up the nearest tree for safety. I called the fire department to help them down, and some photographers took amazing pictures of Thunderpaw being rescued while Rover gloated nearby. This pretty much brought on an end to the Thunderpaw campaign. I was a little worried that Thunderpaw would tell everyone that Rover is a dog, but no, he kept his mouth shut. Maybe because he's afraid of Rover. Or maybe F is blackmailing Thunderpaw too. Either way, when the primary was over and the results were in, we got second place in Meowa. Who was first? DJ Nibbles. Who voted for DJ Nibbles? I don't remember. Apparently that was the choice. No, the blackmailer said I had to get a first place victory or they would reveal my secret. I know, we tried our hardest, but it just looks like the majority of Meowans preferred DJ Nibbles. This is because of that news report which listed me as a fringe candidate just because I focus on dog issues. Grr, this is awful. No, it's not the worst news ever. Second place is pretty good. And you're probably going to win New Clawshire because you're the representative from that state. You're right, it's great to be in the top 3 in the first 2 primaries. This was better than I ever hoped for. But I still can't help but feel like this is going to end badly. What if F thinks we didn't do well enough? I don't know. All we can do is wait and see. No, we need to defeat F. What? How? I've been thinking about it for a while, and there's only one way. F is blackmailing me because I'm Dogonian by birth. I need to get married to an American right away. That will take away his ammunition against me. Ammunition. I can't read. 2 problems, maybe 3. First, I think F is blackmailing you because you're a dog, not because of where you were born. Second, like you said earlier, getting married is going to be super difficult. You don't have a girlfriend and you can't go on dates because everyone thinks you're already married. True, but maybe you and I could drive... Maybe you and I could drive down to Las Vegas and have a drive-through wedding. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Me? You think I'm marriage material? Yes, you're a wonderful woman, very understanding. I think that would help a lot with problems when you get married. Problems? Every marriage has problems, and you've shown you can work through problems to accomplish good solutions. I think that shows you're more than capable of handling marriage. Anyway, problem 3, that's impossible. What? Dogs aren't allowed to marry humans, or cats for that matter. They can only marry dogs. I plan to overturn that law if I'm elected president. Still, that's not a problem. Oh? You know a girl dog who's willing to marry you? I know a few girl dogs, but no, I'm referring to the fact that I'm legally considered a cat in this country, so technically I can marry whoever I want. Really? Oh, but I'm sorry, I really like you, but I think it's a little too soon for us to get married. Oh, I wasn't proposing. I was just saying if we don't have any other choices. I'm sure there's other options. Like, why don't you stop pretending to be a cat for a night and attend the dogs only event? That should be really fun for you. And get a picture of some dog sniffing my butt plastered all over the internet? No, thank you. I think that... What's wrong? That smell! The evil person smell! It's back. You remember me? That's cute. It's the person that gave me that t-shirt. The person who stole my citizenship papers. It's F. No, sadly, I'm a mere henchman, a servant who does F's bidding, and he bade me to come collect you two. Collect us? You were supposed to get first place in Meow, but you did not. Now you will have to deal with the consequences of that. I don't like the sound of this. Now, if you'll just come with me, there's a limousine waiting outside. It takes us directly to F. It's high time you met with him. Face to face. Chapter 9, in which we may have bit off more than we can chew. The limo took us to F's mansion. I tried talking to Rover during the ride, but the henchman forced us to stop. No conversation. Don't make me taunt you with an invisible tennis ball.
Yeah.
I hate it when humans use those things on me. Meow. Once we arrived, the henchman led us inside a drawing room. A shadowy figure awaited us. Alright. Ah, Rover, nice to meet you, face to face. F? Yes, that's me. You scoundrel, give me back my citizenship papers and stop interfering with my campaign. Interfering with your campaign? I rather think I helped your campaign. Stealing all that money from Thunderpaw wasn't easy, you know. You should be thanking me. Wait, you were the one that robbed Thunderpaw? Oh, did Cataly Portman not mention that to you? That's how we were able to afford all those political ads. We used the money that F sent us. You used dirty money to help the campaign? I didn't have a choice. F forced me to do it. He said he'd kill me if I didn't. She's right. I did threaten to kill her. In fact, I will probably end up killing both of you and Cataly Portman. I can't have you standing in the way of my plans. What are those plans, you maniac? Yeah, I've read lots of mystery novels, and the bad guys always tell every aspect of their plan to the hero to the very end, right before the hero escapes and gets the police. Do you not know who I am? No? Yeah, I know. It's weird. Not the slightest clue, not even a guess? A confused video game programmer? Well, when I ran to be the presidential candidate for New Clawshire, there were rumors of an FCAT running against me, but nothing ever came of that. I figured that was you, but I don't know any more information. Yes, that's me! And no, it's not. Sheesh, all the effort I put into becoming an evil supervillain wasted. You don't have any clue who I am or what I'm plotting. Henchman, turn on the lights. Do you recognize me now? You're a dog. Not just any dog. My name is Fido. My half-brother. Whoa, hold on a second. You can't just introduce a new relative at the end of a mystery when he's never been mentioned until just now. That's totally cheating. This isn't a mystery novel, and you didn't mention me at all to your campaign manager, Rover. Why not? I haven't heard from you in years. And besides, I kind of mentioned you. I said that my mom moved the entire family to America when we were puppies. Oh yeah, you did say something like that. But you should have mentioned your half-brother is a weird blackmailing psycho. I'm not a psycho. I'm trying to get justice for dogs everywhere. And the only way to do that is if I become president. How? You're not even in the running. You ran unopposed in New Clawshire. What happens if you drop out of the presidential race? New Clawshire has no candidates to represent it. Normally that'd be true, but I found a loophole in the law. If Rover resigns from the race, he can pick a replacement to take his place. So that's your plan? You want me to resign and pick you as my replacement? If you don't, I'll work my legal magic and become the replacement automatically. Because I got like 5 different people to vote for me as a write-in candidate. That makes me the second place winner in Clawshire. I understand your evil plan now. You'll take over from me as the new Clawshire candidate and ride on my success to victory. Yes, yes, I shall be the president no matter what! And you? You killed Rover's previous campaign manager? That was a mistake. I have made some adjustments to my plan since then. A mistake? She was a living person and you killed her with paper clips. You're a monster and I'll never let you take my place as new Clawshire's candidate. Never! Have it your way then. Henchmen, send the email I wrote to the major news networks. No, you can't. That'll ruin Rover's campaign. He's going to ruin the campaign no matter what, Cataly Portman. I refuse to cooperate on his terms. Tick-tock, you two. Make a decision now! Do we want to cooperate with Fido or do we want to trick him? You vote. I drink water. Rover's a good boy? Okay. The invisible tennis ball. So you're going with trick? I guess we're gonna trick him? Is that what you guys are telling me? Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna go with trick, I guess, because that's what it seems like you're saying. You may think you hold all the cards here, but you don't! You don't have all the information yet. Oh, what don't I know? For starters, you don't know that Rover is my husband. Right, Rover? Husband? Yeah, we went to Las Vegas and got a drive-through wedding. Now I'm legally an American citizen by marriage and by naturalization. You can't use the born in Dogonia loophole to ruin my campaign anymore. Yeah, and besides, aren't you from Dogonia too? That rule should apply to you just as much as it applies to him. Curses! But there's still the fact that you're a dog pretending to be a cat. I'm legally a cat, not a dog. That's those legal loopholes you seem to love so much. Yeah, he wasn't lying about his species. He really is registered as a cat. Right, but no! I refuse to let some quickie marriage stop me from becoming president. You want to be president? Here's a presidential joke for you. It comes straight from Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln! Ah! How many legs does a dog have if you call the tail a leg? 5. 4. Calling a tail a leg doesn't make it a leg. Just like how calling you a candidate doesn't make you one. Arr! This is why you're my least favorite relative. Very well. If you won't cooperate, and if you have the legal work fixed, which I doubt, you leave me no choice but to kill you! Release the attack hounds, henchmen. What are you waiting for? Release the attack dogs. But you are the attack dog, your evilness. I can't win a fight against Rover. He's stronger than me. He always beat me when we wrestled as puppies. Hey, it looks like we have the villain on the ropes. In mystery books, this is always the moment where the hero does something clever. Should I try that? Should we try something clever, or should we stay in place and twiddle our thumbs? She'll fuck it up. Yeah, it looks like he has a pacifier on his collar. Unless it's a really weird dog tag. The villains argued for 20 minutes before they decided to kill us by tying us up, then running us over in the limo. The pain made me black out, and that was the last thing I ever experienced. Thanks, Spat. Just kidding. But, No, wait, that's a bummer of an ending. Let me try something clever to trick the villains instead. Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Is it okay if I leave and come back? And maybe I'll take my phone with me? Sure, whatever, just don't bother me. I'm busy making evil plans. Haha, idiots. I went to the bathroom and called the police on my phone. Within 15 minutes, Fido and his henchmen were arrested for kidnapping us and murdering Diana. They started shouting about Rover being a dog, but the police didn't pay any attention to it. The officer in charge of the case is hoping to charge Fido for taking $20 million from the Thunderpaw campaign. They don't yet know if this counts as theft or election fraud. After the police finished questioning us, Rover and I went out for ice cream to celebrate. He got peppermint bark. We're safe. You did it. What are you talking about? You're the one who thought that getting married would stop F's evil plan. But you're the one who got the idea to pretend we're married. That was so brilliant. First you did that big speech and now this. How do you handle yourself so well under pressure? I don't know. I just do, I guess. I knew I couldn't let them hurt you, so I had to do something. You saved my life, and I will love you forever for this. Thank you, Cataly Portman. Rover got up on his hind legs and licked me on the face over and over again. It was adorable. Isn't Rover the cutest doggy ever? Chapter 10, in which Rover comes clean to the public, but he still has one more secret. Well, here goes nothing. You're sure you want to go through with this? I'm sure. What happened yesterday convinced me I have to tell the truth. In a giant press conference, though, it's like taking off a bandage. You want to get it over with in one clean pull. I admire your bravery, Rover. I wish I could be as brave as you are. It's funny, I was thinking that you make me a braver dog. I hugged Rover, then I watched as he stepped out in front of the cameras. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I have asked you to come here tonight because I have an important announcement to make. I am not the candidate I have made myself out to be. Not entirely. I have spent a good deal of my campaign talking about problems with the Doggonian immigration system. The truth is, I have first-paw experience with these problems because I am from Doggonia. Ah! My family moved here when I was very young, and they applied to have me become an American citizen. But there was a problem. The immigration officer accidentally put down the wrong species on the paper. I am a dog. I have always been a dog. But according to the law, I am a cat. I am in a strange position of being both a dog and a cat at the same time. I have been running for president as a cat because there has never been... Can you get out of my way? Shoo. A dog president. I believe that with the help of the voters, this will change. We will bring equality and fairness to this country. We will no longer give special protection and privileges to either species. Dogs and cats are equally good pets, and it's time to end the pet wars for the good of our country. Thank you for listening. Meow. Bark. Any questions? If you're both a cat and a dog, does this make you some kind of super pet? Do you have superpowers? Can you fly? No, I cannot fly. Would you like the ability to fly, or would you prefer a different superpower like enhanced senses or x-ray vision? I already have enhanced senses. I can smell 50 times better than a human. Wow! 50,000 times. I can't read. Wow, Rover the super pet. I've always wanted to write a superhero movie. Maybe I can get this news article picked up by a movie studio. If you're a cat and a dog, do you sometimes get the urge to chase yourself? No comment. But I don't understand how it works. Are you trying to say your mother was a cat and your dad was a dog? No, my parents were both dogs from Doggonia. Doggonia? That's a funny way of pronouncing America. Rover, can you tell us why you're revealing this information now in the middle of the primary season? I recently had an encounter with my half-brother that convinced me to publicly discuss my dog heritage, but I'm also talking about it because of a woman named Cataly Portman. Me? She is my campaign manager. Her honesty and uprightness are an inspiration to me. I have a question. What about your wife? What does she have to say about all this? My wife. I do not have a wife. She died? Oh no, we're so sorry. Do you have any words of grieving to say about your wife's untimely death? No, you misunderstand. My wife was never one to let people mourn over her. Got it, thanks. Rover stays strong and continue campaigning after the sudden death of his wife. What a great candidate. This story is going to make me tons of money. Thanks, Rover. You're welcome? That's not exactly what I was saying. The news conference came to an end after that, even though Rover had more to say. The reporters insisted that they couldn't report on more than 2 things at once. That would overwhelm and confuse the public. So all they talked about was the death of Rover's wife and Rover being a dog. I'm kind of happy they ignored the story about us being kidnapped, actually. That was a horrifying experience. On the other hand, Rover was not happy about the news reports. Not at all. This is ridiculous. None of the stories got the facts right at all. Half of them sensationalized things and took my statements out of context. The other half didn't even try to back up their claims with evidence. Sorry? It's not your fault. But look at this article. Rover is a cat-dog super pet. It tells about my origin story, saying I got cat-dog superpowers from my alien parents on planet Dogcadia. That must have been done by the reporter who wants to write a movie. And this one says I got extensive reconstructive surgery after being run over by a car. This one says I have shape-shifting powers. And this one accuses me of making everything up in order to get the dog vote. Did anyone listen to what I have to say about the paperwork error? I don't know, paperwork errors are boring. I guess it's more fun to pretend you're a new type of animal species. I would prefer it if they reported the truth. I was trying to make a statement about immigration policies and legal issues, not a statement about dogs and cats fusing together. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but I think this is great news. You got cat supporters and dog supporters from all over the country now. No more having to worry about dog races messing up your campaign. Great! I never wanted their votes anyways. I know, I mean, yeah, some people are mad that you're a dog, and they left, but we got loads of new supporters to replace them. Like 50 times as many new supporters. What? Let me see those statistics. Not only do you have lots of new dog supporters, but pretty much everyone is responding positively to the story about your wife's death. But I never had a wife. People don't seem to care about that. They say that they feel a deep emotional connection to you now. We're getting all sorts of compliments for what you're doing. Like, here's a comment. He's so brave, going on the campaign trail while grieving his dead wife. You never would have even known his wife just died based on his actions. I wish all our politicians were this strong and focused on the country. And here's another. Such a tragic story, cut down in the prime of life. She will certainly be missed by her loving husband and his fans. We are always here for you, Rover. But that's not the point. The point is that I don't have a wife. I never did. I'm not grieving her death because she didn't die. She's fictional. I know, it's weird, but people are super sad she died in a fire hydrant accident. A fire hydrant accident? That's how people think she died. Very sad if you ask me. Ugh, I can't handle this, and now I can't hold another press conference to tell everyone the truth about my wife, or they'll all get mad and say I was lying to them. There's no winning with this. I think you've already won. You have more voters than ever. Everyone knows you're single now, and people are surprisingly okay with the idea of a dog running for president. I guess you're right. Thank you for being positive while I'm just complaining. No problem. Ooh, that reminds me. Earlier you said that my honesty and uprightness are an inspiration to you. Did you really mean that? Of course I did. I mean, I lied about my identity as a dog, but you always tell the truth. That's really good of you. I wish I could be that good. Ooh, what should I do? I guess accept the compliment. That's probably a good idea, right? I think that's a good idea. Okay. Oh, you're being so nice. I'm not that good. I mean, you're just as good as I am. Really? That's why voters are responding to you. They see that you're an honest candidate who's not afraid to admit their mistakes. And the truth is, I like eating hot dogs. I'm really proud of you. You did a great job with the press, even if the news reports weren't what you expected. I feel a lot better now. Sorry for complaining so much earlier. That's okay. We're a team, right? We stick together through good times and bad. I wanted to talk to you about that, actually. About us, I mean. Huh? Now that everyone knows I'm single, and that trick where you pretend to be my wife, it got me thinking. Based on your responses throughout this game, you unlocked... Bad ending! Oh no! Oh no, what happened? You secretly want to marry me, don't you? What? No, I don't. Really? Because you were very convincing as my fake wife in front of Fido. That was different. He would have killed us if I didn't pretend well. So you don't have romantic feelings for me? No, I'm a human and you're a dog. What kind of sick, twisted person would consider that as an opportunity for romance? But I thought... You thought wrong, you sicko. That's it. I quit. Huh? I can't work for a sleazy dog who wants to marry me. Do you treat all your employees like this, or am I just unlucky? I don't have any other employees, just you. And that makes it even creepier. Goodbye, Rover. I'm leaving. I quit my job right then and there. I tried moving back to my home state, but my apartment had been rented out to somebody else, so I tried to move in with Mr. Drew instead. He wasn't happy. When I started calling him my adopted father, he called the police. I was put in holding for a while, and Rover came to see me. Cataly Portman, you got arrested? No, I'm just in holding. What does it matter to you, dog breath? You're my friend. I care about you. You care about getting me to marry you. It's never going to happen between us. Never. Are you sure? Are you 100% sure? Yes. That's a shame because... The fuck? I'm not really a dog. I'm a highly complicated robot controlled by eccentric billionaires with the Crocker brothers. What? I was hoping to find a loyal wife and maybe win the presidency while I'm at it. I thought you were the right choice. Clearly, I was wrong. You're a robot? Yes, I just said that. When I'm not operating on autopilot, Jules, Cocker sits at his computer all day and controls my every move. And now he is ordering me to leave you here. But I don't understand. And that is why you'll never be a suitable mate. Goodbye. The fuck? With that, Rover trotted out of my life. He went on to win the general election to become our first and only robot dog cat president. I tried telling people about it, but no one believed me. I wasn't sure if I even believed it myself. Maybe it was all a weird hallucination? Eventually, I did my best to forget about Rover, and I got a job at the post office. It lasted for 3 months before Rover shut down that particular location. Talk about mean and spiteful. I didn't have a choice after that. I mean, what can you do when the President of the United States is personally out to get you? I had to leave the country, so I moved to Dogonia and started a pet-sitting business. So there's good endings and bad endings. Oh my god, that means all the options we can pick. So is that like 12? There are like 12 endings then?